Over to Randy Rocky, Swan Financial. We got several of these questions. So, Randy, I'm going to lump these together because I think as we get into 2025, I think there are a lot of folks who are thinking that this is going to be the year I'm going to buy a home. So let me start with these questions. Jacob says he's about to buy his first home in 2025. He's wondering in this email, how does he get pre-approved for a mortgage? We also received a question from Amanda who asks, generally, what are the steps involved in the mortgage application process? And then Joshua, who says he listens to our show every weekend, in this email, he says, can I get a mortgage? He says, it's a low credit score and a history of bankruptcy. So those three questions, if you want to take those one at a time, let's talk about the process of getting a mortgage application in. Ready?
So what we do is send a link over, usually by cell phone, and they click the link and fill it out. It takes about 5 minutes. If they have someone else that's going to be on the mortgage, it takes another 5 minutes, and then we pull credit and start the process. And then at that point, we find out what assets are going to use for down payment, if there's going to be a down payment. What's their debt to income? How much income do you make, and how much debt do they have, and what is the maximum they could qualify for? And most importantly, what's their budget for payment? That's the big one. And we do that all in. So make sure when you're talking to a loan officer that's taxes and insurance, and if you have not put 20% down, what's the private mortgage insurance going to be? So what's your overall payment going to be?
Okay, that pretty much takes care of the questions about getting pre-approved, and then how early, and I would suggest you get pre-approved sooner than later, and then probably, how long does a pre-approval letter last, Randy? Is it 3 months?
You have to close within 120 days when you pull credit.
Okay, so 4 months. Yeah.
But I really recommend that you do it a year in advance. And even for me, my children, they started at 18 getting their credit. And the reason I say that is if there's something on there that shouldn't be, or if there's something on there that we have a situation where we could take care of, you have time then to take care of it before you actually want to buy a home. And these things do take time. If there's a problem on the credit, if there's not a problem on the credit, great. And then we tell you, hey, this is what you need to do. And I won't get into that, but to maintain credit.
And on the last part of this thing, a low credit score or a history of bankruptcy.
So that's that. What we do is put a roadmap together on how to improve your credit. So yes, the person that has that situation happening is I recommend as soon as possible to have your credit pulled and talk to a professional that can help you get on the roadmap to buying a home. And
a bankruptcy only lasts how long, Randy?
It will if it's a 13. Yeah. You can do it right away. A 7, you can do it within 2 years. You can get a home within 2 years.
Okay, hopefully that helps. A reminder, you can see the rebroadcast of today's show. And you may hear something that piques your interest or want to forward it to somebody. You can go to LouisvilleAnswers.com. That's LouisvilleAnswers.com. If you're thinking of selling, you want to see what are the reviews, because we highly recommend no matter what you do, no matter who you talk to, that you look at the reviews, and we made it easy for you. Go to LouisvilleZillow.com or LouisvilleGoogle.com and read the reviews there. Hopefully, you'll appreciate the work that we do to hopefully get our clients into their home and happy.